It's all new territory, 4 games in such a short space of time. Obviously you want to get a good start, but in terms of players, do you think you have to pace yourself? You hardly play 4 full 90 minutes in just a space of 10 days.
Yeah, as I said, we've had a small little break. Most of the lads, I think the League One boys, I think it's probably be 4 weeks or 5 weeks, and the same for the Championship boys. Some of the obviously Prem boys only finished last week, but yeah, we had like a fitness program to do as we was off. We got given a week of nothing, and then we was doing fitness at home, and then obviously a good week of training. And as you know, we all played 30 minutes yesterday against the 21s, and a good 21 side. So it's nice to get the legs going. But I think after a good week of training, we should be fine and ready to go.
No, Armenia are probably the weakest team in our group, if you want to put it that way. You've got a good start.
Yeah, definitely. You can say the weakest, but I've been involved in a lot of international games now, and no team is weaker even, because they'll have a lot of quality still at the same time. So we need to make sure that we prepare right for it, and they said it could become a really important game for us as it goes on in the Nations League.
Last time you went to that part of the world, of course, was Azerbaijan. That was a special day for you and for Ireland and for Stephen Kenny, indeed. It was such an important victory.
Yeah, it was a massive game, to be fair. Any result that ends 3-0 away from home is a good achievement, but it was good. It got us got a good away win for us, and we kicked on from then as well. So yeah, hopefully we can go to that neck of the woods again and get another 3-0 win.
You followed it up with a hat-trick. I mean, that was a difficult preparation for you. There was a lot of controversy around you at the time. But do you think you use it to your advantage in a way?
Yeah, I just let my football do the talking and just try to help the team basically, and I was able to do that. As you said, the week going into it wasn't like the best, but the lads stuck by me, and then I obviously wanted to produce on the pitch, and I felt like I'd done that.
Was that an extra motivation though, like the lads very much coming around you and
yeah, it was nice to have all the boys. There's a different sort of situation. You know, the lads are there for you, but they was there for me that week, and I wanted to repay them more than anything, and I did that obviously that night, and then to follow on with a hat-trick, that was obviously amazing.
Was it like a siege mentality?
No, not really. No, I think, as I said, it was a good achievement for myself, but that feeling to score any goal, and I didn't score many up to that point. I only had 1 goal, so I think with the confidence as well after getting the 2 and then getting the 3, it felt really good.
Very good.
Can I have that, please?
Hi Callum. Obviously Tony touched on the high points there with the goals for Ireland. How would you rate your season overall, West Brom and Ireland put together?
Sometimes, obviously, I've had a few weeks off to sort of think about my season, how it's went. Obviously for Ireland, I've probably had my best season so far. Well, definitely I've had my best season so far, and I'm playing a lot of minutes for Ireland and scoring a lot of goals. And as overall, obviously for West Brom, we didn't end up where we wanted to end up and where everyone thought we was going to end up. And as a club, we should be obviously way more higher with the players that we've got. But myself, I know that I could have done obviously better at club level, but I feel like I still, with the minutes that I got this season, I still put my part into it, and I got a few goals and assists. So I wasn't really that happy with club performance, but then when I actually sat back and thought about the whole season and the amount of games I did play as in minutes and stuff, I just tried to take all the positives out of it, and I didn't think I'd done too bad. But as I said, for Ireland, that was obviously, I definitely had my best season so far.
And how do you rate the competition for places in the Ireland squad, particularly amongst you forwards?
Yeah, it's probably been the best set of lads in the forward areas probably since I've come into the setup, which is good. We've got a lot of talented players in the top end of the pitch. Troy Parrott's, he come on in the last game, done really well, and he's been doing really well for MK Dons. Chio's done amazing since he's come in. Will Keane's done so well this season at club level. Scotty Hogan, same. So we've got a lot of good forward options, and that's what you need. You need that competition to keep you on your toes, and to, you know that you have to perform to get that start or to be playing minutes for the country. So definitely.
And in terms of Michael Obafemi, obviously he played 4 years ago, but has sort of been on the outskirts really of the team, but has been called into the squad. Have your paths crossed at all, and what have you made of him?
Obviously you see from afar what he's done for Swansea, scored a lot of goals, and you could see that even when he first come, was it 4 years ago under Martin, he brought him in, and you could see the talent, but he's went back, obviously grafted, and he got his obviously moved to Swansea and being able to play football and get minutes, and he's produced for Swansea and got the goals. So hopefully that's another asset to the team. He's a young player, fearless, and he knows where the net is. So hopefully he can help us.
Joy, please.
Callum, how are things?
Are you right? Okay.
Very well. Yeah, just going back to those 5 goals last October. Going into these this 4 games in 10 days, is it a target? Is it a specific target of yours to get back in the score sheet and getting among goals again in these 4 games?
Yeah, I want goals. I want assists. I've always said that, and but I'm obviously really hungry now. At 27, I'm one of the older lads now. We've got a young group, so I know that if I get the goals, it's going to help the team, and we're going to get more wins and get more results. So yeah, I really want to get some more goals in these 4 games, and I'm hungry to do that.
Steve Kenny was talking about the importance of playing with pace. How enjoyable is it to play in a system where you're encouraged to play that fast attacking brand of football? Yeah,
I've loved it since the gaffer's come in. I said even early on where people had their doubts about him, I could see what was, and a lot of the boys, they probably sat here and backed him even when it wasn't going so well with the training, and we could feel that something was happening. And I've said it previously in the interviews that when the results weren't going the way we wanted, we was close to it, and then now you're getting to see the good style of play. We've played against some top teams like Portugal, home and away, Belgium in the friendly, and you could see that we were fearless. We was playing football, still trying to play from the back, and as you said, the attacking play, it isn't rushed, it isn't straightforward. Sometimes, as you know, in games we have to go forward quick, but majority of the time we're playing football, playing out wide, getting into pockets, and that's why I think I've done so well under him this season, definitely.
Gavin?
Hi Callum. Just to go back to Tony alluded to what happened before the Azerbaijan game last year. Like, you're going into that game and you're the centre of international media attention, never mind just in Ireland. Like,
yeah.
What was that like?
Different, definitely different. But to be fair, I didn't think it was obviously that big a thing, and then it blew up. But yeah, as I said, I just wanted to get on the pitch really, and do my thing, and as I said, let my football do the talking and let people see what I can do on the pitch, and forget about all what's going off the pitch. And as I said, it topped it off when I got the 2 goals on that Saturday, and then the 3 on the Tuesday, and that was the best part of it.
The rest of the squad were very much aware of the reaction to your comments. I remember John Egan was really strident in sticking up for you a couple of days later ahead of that game in Baku. How was it dealt with in camp? Did the manager come to you to say block this out? Did Seamus Coleman as the captain come to you? Like, how was it addressed within the camp?
Well, it was just, first of all, we're all human, so it wasn't even a conversation of, so I was right for the Saturday. It was just like, how are you? Like, are you okay? All the lads were the same. Like, we're here for you if you need anything. And from the staff to the players, they all just wanted to make sure I was okay, not for the game, just to make sure my head was alright. And honestly, my head was fine, perfectly fine. This comes with football, and as I said, I just wanted to produce for the boys and for the staff with them 2 games, definitely them 2 games, because they were there for me when if I actually needed them, they would have been there for me. But I did feel I was fine, and then I just wanted to crack on do my thing on the pitch. And as I said, great. I'm happy that did happen in them 2 games.
And fingers in your ears, is that in celebration? Is that pointed at anyone in particular?
No one in particular, but maybe there was something in that, definitely.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Pardon?
Do you want to elaborate?
No, fine.
And just lastly, because I think we need to have it clarified, did you decide to take the vaccine then?
I don't want to talk about that today. It's done now, so we'll just move on.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Okay, that ends the live section, guys. So everything from now on is embargoed till 11 PM tonight. So everything embargoed till 11 PM tonight. Who wants the first question of that? Owen?
Did that change in terms of what you have to deal with?
No, it didn't change my attitude, or as you said, I always, when I go on the pitch, I want to produce. That if you're going to time it, I timed it perfectly, and I was happy with that. That, as I said, the main thing is to help the boys get the result, and in my position, it's goals, assists, and being creative, and I'm just happy with the time. And it happened that after the week, then I had that them 2 games and produced for the boys, and I've hopefully carried that on in other games and big games since then. So that's my main aim at the end of it all.
And just kind of a two-parter, like, have you always been able to put things behind you, or have you ever dealt with anything similar before where you went in with this focus on other stuff?
No, I've always been, nothing really bothers me really. I think when you've been in the game for such a long time as well, I've played since 18 years old, so as I said, maybe at the start you overthink stuff, but as I said, the more games you play, the more teams you've played for, the more experiences. Now that stuff that doesn't really affect me or bother me. I just want to, as I said, produce and enjoy my football. Listen, I've always said we've got for me, I've got the best job in the world. I play football every day. I smile every day. I'm grateful for it. So to have stuff like that to put me down, that would never happen.
Ed?
Callum, how you doing?
Yeah.
Callum, if you go back 12 months, coming into this international window, there was a whole different story coming off the back of the defeat in Luxembourg and a string of poor results. But a lot has been credited to the trip to Spain and that 2-week camp. I don't think you were on it, but I believe it was, in terms of morale, boosting, team building, it was really been a marker of the change in fortunes. How important do you think that was in terms of just where you're at now, and how it sets you up for this sort of a repeat sort of session for this winter?
Yeah, as I said, I wasn't there through injury. I had my Achilles last summer, but the lads who I've spoke to, especially like the senior players like John Egan and like Duffs and stuff, they said it was a real good trip, and they enjoyed it, and it was nice because they got to spend more time together, and it was 2 friendlies, so they could just relax a little bit more, and they got the results, and it's turned since then, and then obviously from then on in we've really become a tight group. I'm not saying we wasn't that tight before, but we could feel that togetherness, and then it's like anything in football, results help the morale and make the players happy and make the camp happy and joyful, and that's all it's been now the last year. And as you said, with the results that have come our way, it tops it off really.
And then just in terms of the importance that the manager is placing on the Nations League, and the fact that it's being played out here in what essentially would be like the World Cup window, is that giving the team a real purpose for this window, and is it bringing, like, you know, as opposed to some people grumbling about this end of season thing, is it bringing the Irish squad in full of hope and full of sort of vigour, I suppose, going into it in confidence? Yeah,
I think we're definitely going into the 4 games confident, and we know these 4 games are massive. They could go a long way to helping us get to a tournament, and that's what I think this group can achieve, because we've got some real good young players and good senior players, and you always need that balance. As I said, it's 4 games very close together. But that's why we've got a big enough squad to deal with that, and we know that these 4 games are going to be important games for us if we want to get to the tournament.
And just in terms of if you do go on to win the group as an aim, would that be a real sort of achievement within the squad to get the promotion to to play against the top seeds?
Yeah, definitely, because we've got a tough group, and we all know that. But I think as we've grown as a group, before a lot of people would be like, "Oh, not no chance," but it's going to be hard. Where I'm thinking really positive about it. I think I back the players, I back the staff, tactically as well. We've come a long way over the last year and a half. So I think we've got a real big chance. But at the end of the day, we have to do it on the pitch, and we have been. But now it's time to start now. This is where it's the business end for us really. Is that these are the games that are going to get us to the tournament, and this is what we've got to do. We've got to get as much points as possible.
John, please.
Callum, you're just going on with Brown matters. The manager said he needed good pre-season to revamp the squad having come in the middle of last season. Have you had a chat with him in terms of where you stand? Does he see it part of his plans, or would they listen to offers saying you're on a long contract?
As far as I know, I'm a part of his plans, and until then, he doesn't tell me any different.
Did you have a chat with him at the end of the season or anything?
No, listen, it wasn't the best of seasons, as we all know, but we need to reset. We've got our pre-season in Portugal all together. We've got to get ourselves fit, and I've heard his pre-seasons ain't too easy. I've heard they're quite tough, but which will be good. We need to regroup. We've got a lot of talent in our West Brom team, especially for the Championship. A lot of lads who have played Premiership as well, and if he adds to the squad, he does. But as far as I know, I'm there. I'm focusing on these games now. A few days rest again, and then I'm ready to go again and get ourselves up in to the Premiership.
Aidan, please.
Callum, there was a huge reaction to your comments last year, and you were a worldwide figure. You're on CNN, Al Jazeera, all over the place. First of all, did that surprise you, and maybe even scare you a little bit that you became for 24 hours you were a topic of debate across the world?
It surprised me a little bit because I didn't think it was going to blow up like that. I didn't expect that, but yeah, it didn't really it didn't affect me or scare me or anything like that. Listen, it comes. You sit here and you know that stuff's going to go worldwide or in this country, that country, etc. So whatever you say, it can go everywhere around the world. But I didn't expect it to be such a big thing now.
And just did any of the reaction, either support for your stance or criticism, I think it was both, did any of that make you question what you said or what your stance was?
No, not really, because I just said what I said, and I said I just wanted to show people what I do on the pitch instead of off it, and that's what I get paid for. That's what I do, is on the pitch, not off it, and I just tried to do the best I could on that Saturday and that Tuesday.
Paul, please.
The night you scored that hat-trick against Qatar, Stephen Kenny came out afterwards, and that's when he first said we're going to target winning the Nations League group. The draw hadn't even been made then. What do you think when you hear a manager coming out with sort of beating the drum like that as such? Are you kind of going, what are you doing, or how do you approach that as well?
No, I think where we are at the moment, I think we're with him when he says that. I think we know the ability that we've got. That's with the players and the staff, and I would probably say the same as what the gaffer was saying, even then. And as I said, way back when the results weren't going our way and a lot of pressure was coming from him from every angle, I could see what we was trying to do, and it's hard. We don't see each other. We're not with each other every day, and we're trying to change quite a lot to playing football from the back and through the midfield, through the thirds and stuff. But as soon as we've had more camps together, we're only got better. So I believe as much as him. I believe in all the players. Believe myself that we can definitely. Why not? Why can't we? And top of the table, like I think we're as good as most teams. We played Belgium, who were ranked #1. I think we went toe to toe with them. You can say it's friendly. There was missing players, but they still have world-class players. Portugal that night, 0-0. Obviously, it's small margins now where we need to try beat these teams. But listen, I think we've come a long way in the last 12, 14, 15 months, and I think you guys would have seen that. Not even with the results, but the way we're playing and the way we want to play football and try and make it exciting as possible and get results at the same time. And that definitely was the key, to get the results at the same time as playing well. So, and we're doing that.
Okay, we'll finish it with Mark and then Philip.
What can you tell us about CJ Hamilton from his brief time here and what you've seen in the championship?
Yeah, he's had a real good season. As I said, from afar, I've seen him play for Blackpool, but he's come in, great lad, and hopefully he can help the squad. He's got a lot of pace. As I said, we played the 21s. It was only 30 minutes yesterday, but you could see the pace that he's got, and that could help us. That could be a weapon for us, definitely in these 4 games.
And finally, Philip.
Hi Callum. Stephen Kenny has said he's treating the 4 games coming up as a tournament. What would be a good tournament?
Good question. To win all of them. Yeah, listen, we've got to be realistic. We're coming up against some top teams, but if we can get the most amount of points as we can, and I think if we give 100% in every game, 110%, especially in some, but as you know, the teams have got a lot of quality, and I wouldn't put Scotland higher than Armenia or Ukraine above. So like they've all got good quality, and we need to make sure. I always say, think about ourselves, and if we perform, we've got enough talent to beat all 3.
Brilliant. Thanks.